The Blue Line Voice. Blood, sand, and smoke.
There's some agencies that are starting to come around saying, hey, we need to take care of our officers, right? We need to do better because they deal with a lot of trauma. They either act out on the job or they're acting out at home, or even worse, they, harm themselves or harm others, right? So administrators and law enforcement, I know some will watch this, they need to take a step back and start looking at their people, the ones that are out there doing the job, that are seeing all this crap, dealing with all of it, especially since it really took a downward spiral. The fund the police movement, right?
Right, which was ridiculous, but yeah.
Do more with less. Administrators need to start pulling their heads out of their asses and say, we need to develop something or have something for our people. Would that make sense?
Oh, it makes a lot of sense. And I sum up it as this. If an officer in the department comes down with cancer, we're going to bend over backwards to that guy or girl, as we should, because that's our brother, that's our sister. We're going to do fundraising for that officer. We're going to help household duties, cutting the grass or whatever. We're going to bend over backwards to accommodate that officers that's suffering from cancer, again, as we should. Now let's reverse this. A officer comes down with a mental health crisis. A lot of times you hear, well, we have EAP. Well, that's all well and good, but there's more to it than taking care of your officers. So we should treat a mental health illness or a mental health episode, or whatever you want to word it, as a line of duty injury. And it goes a long way when the administration gets on board with that, because sometimes peer support in a department is nothing but a checkbox, just to say, yeah, I've got a peer support unit. When it comes to peer support, you have the men and women in here have to be passionate about what they do, passionate about helping others. Not, hey, listen, I'm going to join peer support because I'm going to test for sergeant next year, and that looks good in my resume. Those people don't need to be in that. This also, in an agency, everything starts at the top. The bosses make the final decision. The boots on the street don't make the final decisions. So when you have a chief of police or a sheriff or someone from the command staff that says, listen, this is a stressful job, like you said. We see the worst of the worst. Here's the resources we have for you. And most of all, it's confidential. That's what we have to do. We have to be better in taking care of our officers. I see all these incentive plans, hey, if you do the PAT, you do the physical ability test, and you score this, we're going to give you 2 days off. That's great. Keeping yourself physically shape, that's great. Well, how about this? Maybe once a year, the department sponsors you to go to speak to a mental health professional for an hour or two. And you can talk about anything. You can talk about the job, you can talk about sports, politics, or whatever. And they reward those people that go to that because they're trying to keep themselves mentally sound also.
When you